All right, 8th graders, here we are with solving systems. This is a review of what you worked on. I believe you worked on it right around February, March-ish, so I can't remember if it was part of distance learning or if it was in school. So, what is a system? A system is two or more equations, all right? Solving a system is to see where those two lines intersect, to see what x and y value makes all of the equations in the system true, okay? So systems can have different possible numbers of solutions. They can have exactly one. That means that your two lines, when graphed, intersect at one point. That also means that that value of the x and the y will work for both equations. It'll make it true. There can be an infinite number of solutions. There's an infinite number of solutions if when you graph them, they're the exact same line. That means that every dot on this line works, so there's an infinite number of solutions. No solution. A no solution scenario is when you have equations that are parallel to each other. And remember, slopes, if they are the same, form two lines that are parallel. So equations that have the exact same slope and different y-intercepts are going to be no solution because they never intersect. When you solve systems, there are three ways that you can do it. One is to graph, one is substitution, and one is elimination. Graphing gets you a ballpark figure. It's not a strategy that we're going to have you use this year in honors geometry. You're going to have to prove things algebraically. One of the things that we do not say this year is it looks like that works. It looks like it's a right angle. It looks like we want to prove everything algebraically. So we're not going to be relying on the looks like. To give you an idea of a way to solve, though, we are going to show you graphing just so you have that idea. So I'm going to graph the first line, y equals 2x minus 3. I start at my y-intercept, which is negative 3. My slope is 2, so I'm going to rise 1, 2, run 1. Rise 1, 2, run 1. Rise 1, 2, run 1. And I just graphed my line, y equals 2x minus 3. Y equals x, that means whatever x is, y is. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and we're going to graph it that way. And you're going to notice that in this case, they intersect at 3, 3. 3, 3 are nice numbers. They work well. In honors geometry this year, don't rely on only having nice numbers because real life doesn't always have nice numbers. They're going to get a little messy. So one of the things I want to caution you at is as you're starting to solve problems and you're like, oh, that's a decimal that goes on forever, so that's probably not right. It very easily could be because in life, things aren't always clean cut. So be aware that when you're solving problems and you're working through ideas in geometry, that this year we're going to challenge you to get beyond the whole, ooh, that's not a good number kind of thing, okay? Now, I've been doing a lot of videos today. My voice is like, ah. Okay, so solving systems is another strategy that you can use by substitution. All right, so substitution means that I take one of these equations and set it equal to either x or y. So if I take this first equation, I'm going to rewrite it so it's y equals. So I'm going to subtract 2x, and I'm going to have that y is equal to negative 2x plus 4. Then I'm going to take this amount right here, and I'm going to substitute it in for y. See why we call it substitution? We're substituting it in. So it's going to become negative x plus, instead of y, I'm going to put what y is. I'm going to put negative 2x plus 4 equals 1. Now I have an equation with one variable, and I can solve it out. Simplify, negative 3x plus 4 is 1. Subtract 4, negative 3x equals negative 3. Divide by negative 3. X equals 1. Now what I do with that is I'm going to kick that into the other equation. So now this is going to go in for here, and I'm going to solve for y. So 2 times 1 plus y equals 4. 2 plus y equals 4. Y equals 2. So the solution to my system is 1, 2. That means if I put 1 in for x and 2 in for y, both equations are true. This is called solving by substitution. Next, we'll talk about elimination, but I'm going to make that a different video. All right? Take care.